Well, hello and happy new year, or at least all the best for this year. So about the screensaver, this is basically a skyrocket from realistic screensavers. It's usually a great set of screensavers that you could even run on Windows 98. And it's all in 3D also. Well, most of them are in 3D, I think. Either way, I picked this one specifically because of the New Year's event. In the meantime, I was kinda sick. Like my nose was kinda full most of the week and had like sore throat. Or wait, no, not so. I'm not. No, not sore throat. My mistake. I was just feeling more dizzy the whole week. I couldn't even walk. By this point, I'm kind of feeling still okay. I can't. Uh, I had only like lay on the bed for probably 3 or 4 days, so that was kind of tough. So we're not in here about the screensaver though, so we'll try to go back to browsing the web in this case. Oh, damn it! I keep opening that damn thing. Okay, we'll still go to directory if that's still running. Hold on a sec. It's just me or something's wrong in here. Oh, keep forgetting to enable this, the proxy. Okay, we're back in here. So when as I was already sick, I'll probably consider browsing for health in this case. Is there anything for that? Oh god damn it, it's not even available. Or it's just me. Yeah, it's just me in this case. Let's see for the medicine, if there's something. I could, I will try even running the screensaver in background, but I'm not sure how how annoying that will be at this point. So we have hospitals, territories, education. Let's see for conditions and diseases. So I assume that I probably had like cold, but I honestly have no idea. Like in here, I've heard that most of people have flu. So basically everyone's sick these days. So we'll go with respiratory conditions. Okay, let's open lung disease. Information on lung cancer, tuberculosis, and what more? Lung disease is the number 3 killer in America, responsible for 1 in 7 deaths. Lung disease and other breathing problems are the number 1 killer of babies younger than 1 year old. Today, more than 30 million Americans are living with chronic lung disease, such as asthma, emphysema, is it like that, or and chronic bronchitis. This section includes information on lung cancer, tuberculosis, emphysema, or I don't know, and A1AD related. How many times do I have to keep saying that? Pneumonia, sarcoidosis, HIV/AIDS, and lung disease and influenza. What would Nintendo look like in the old net? I think they had a, like I think they had like something, but let me check. It should be Nintendo.com. Let's see. Hold on a sec. should load. Ah. There it is. Welcome to Nintendo.com. So Jacob, so this is kind of how it actually looks. Probably it has something more interactive, or actually some images still that are not loading yet, but that's kind of low state. And there's about Pikmin still. I never played Pikmin nor any other Nintendo games, as I didn't own any console except for the Pirate NES. Not much more about that. This is around year 2002, so I assume that this is during the time when Nintendo GameCube was available. Assuming that's the icon in this case. So in this case, as suggested already, let me see if we can actually browse the web with this. So let's see. Let's see if we can actually open Pikmin page or. Right, it's still able to open at least. So, referred to as an inventive life simulation, Pikmin is an action strategy game featuring an incredibly lifelike environments inspired by Mr. Miyamoto's own garden in Kyoto, Japan. Players control a spaceman named Captain Olimar who has crash landed on an unusual planet. The goal of the game is to help Olimar collect his vessel's lost parts, which have been scattered all over the planet. Luckily for Captain Olimar, the planet is inhabited by strange little creatures called Pikmin. There are plant-like life forms that come in 3 different colors. Yeah, that's kind of the base of it. I did watch some gameplay of Pikmin for a bit, but I didn't never play. The YouTube beta is glitching, like you have a problem with playing the video, or wait, did the Nintendo side at the time of the GameCube have the health and safety page that would appear when you booted certain GSC games? I'm not sure the answer. Might be able to find that. I just don't know where that is. You maybe have a actually no. Typing in the links in the YouTube chat will usually fail. So I'll probably have to try to dig around and find something about it. So let's see. Let me check specs and accessories in here maybe. So yeah. So I guess we should try to find that health and safety page from here, unless there's like some kind of flaw. So we'll go with contact also. I still didn't fix the issue where I actually get like random internal server error from my side. Like there's always like some kind of parsing issue that I cannot figure out. If you by any chance like have a problem with watching the video on YouTube, you probably have to like disable the ambient mode if you have that as a new feature. And so as far as I'm aware, it's causing like lots of performance issues. So just take note of that, that you should try disabling that option if you have it on. So this is just the text specs, and let's see. This is only for contacts, but ratings, player choice, stop rentals. Okay, still didn't manage to find much more. Let's see about help. So I'm trying to find that health and safety page, but I'm not sure where should I look. Maybe I could try looking up for a bit. Okay. Okay, as far as I'm checking on the line. Okay, I think. Okay, let's see if I try to type it in manually. So it's supposed to be health, safety at least. So that's all. It seems that it actually managed to redirect. I'm not sure what's the timestamp for it. It's possible that they jumped a bit late. Let me jump around to see. Okay, this is kind of stuck already. There's some help in here. Well, there's some stuff in here also, in the downloads. So I might as well check that. But it's basically just wallpaper, eCard, and maybe a custom browser. So I'll probably also check that out. Okay. It's just that Google is trying out a new YouTube app in the old Chromecast, and it is rather working poor. So I'm not sure what to say about that energy. New YouTube app. Isn't like the Chromecast basically like just like deploying the app onto the from some Android device to Chromecast, basically you're running like that. I never actually managed to figure it out properly. Okay, I'll skip this. It's not needed. Okay, so we actually managed to reach kinda the health and safety page, but that actually requires a Flash media player, a bit newer version in this case, which I don't have installed again. I was actually hoping that it would be actually something older. Is it possible to check the date on this? Like, if they even have the timestamp by any chance? Yeah, no timestamp. So I assume this is kind of a bit later. Not like that. This is not like from 2002, but maybe 2004 or 2006. But I only assume, not sure at this point. Did he actually Jacob? Did he actually install it from the Nintendo's website, or? Apparently, I do not see any browsers in here. So they probably had it like a placeholder, or actually no, they probably just had it before and then removed it. Either. Hold a sec. This might be like web games. These are supposed to be, I assume, like. Yeah, this is these are wallpaper. No, these are all wallpapers, e-cards, and the games. For some reason, it also mentions the browser in here and the screensaver, but all of these are actually just wallpapers at this point. So what happened to those? I would probably have to require like jumping a bit further or behind to actually get more, but maybe not at this time. It used to, but they seem to be trying to bring the actual YouTube app, like from Android TV, on it. Overall, I think that YouTube itself as an app is horrifying to use. I usually just try to use like the mobile web app, in this case with Firefox. So that's kind of sufficient enough to even get rid of ads. So no idea on the Mario browser at this point. Let's see if we can actually get like the wallpaper in here. Let's see. Can you even get it, or it's kind of dead? Okay, that's probably dead. So there are low odds that we can actually even get any wallpapers at this point. Okay, let's see about other use. Like there is Game with Paintboy, so let's see about that. Maybe that will work. Yeah, this is not found. So this should be a web game. It uses shockwave. Let me just see if that's being loaded or it's actually gone. Okay, the Paintboy is supposed to be available. Oh boy. Let's see if we can actually install it without something getting killed, hopefully. It's actually downloading it. Install one more thing. Right. Apparently this might be working. So this is, how do you say, Paintboy. So I assume you can actually draw, or wait, what just happened? Oh, is there any noise in here, or oh, so this is basically like do-it-yourself Game Boy case. Can you use Netscape? Well, I can. So let me. So if you want, I can also set that up if you want. And tell me what should I open in that case. So yeah, we also have Netscape in this case, if I actually want to browse something else. In the meantime, I'll just, well, I'll just move this over there. Actually, no, let me just. And if we actually want to, we'll switch or to Netscape after we're done with Nintendo. Right, let me check about this. So just drawing around here. So what the hell am I supposed to draw? Well, I could, yeah, well, I was kind of maybe consider maybe Mario, but let me just go back for a bit. Okay, let me see if I can actually try to draw a star. That should be the most simple one around here. So let me see how much I can actually draw. Okay, let me clear this, and now for the color, no, the shape. I'll try placing it around here. It should be sufficient enough. Now if I can actually fill it. Oh, that fills the whole hole. So that's not working. I might need some assistance doing this, so I'll try to use magnifier. I'll try to increase the health of the screen. Increase a bit of the zooming. Maybe a bit more. Actually, maybe it's better to actually put it on this side and then put it in like this. Okay. This should be more precise than usual. I wonder if that Game Boy thing works there as well. Uh, maybe. I could also try that. Let me just like go back to this to figure out this more properly. I need to first. Okay, we'll go with blue color. This no, go with. Should be the star color. Now, now I cannot actually go with all those shapes, and this is kind of screwed up. Usually the driving with curve is a total mess. So, wait a second. Where's the usual... Wait, oh yeah, oh, that's not the cursor, my god. That's basically the pencil, or it's supposed to be. Okay, I need to actually... Actually, you know what? I'll get the driving tablet in a moment. I have it somewhere, so let me just connect that quickly and pick it up so I can actually use that thing instead of messing around with the mouse. I bought that thing like last year, so I don't have to mess around with drawing. Even though I'm like planning to draw some things in the future, I still need to manage to do a lot of things. Let me tweak this for a bit. Is this the right side or? Should be plugged in. Need to put them on. Oh, damn it. Wrong way. Alright, let's see. Oops. Okay, so here. It's still working. Oh, just give him a moment to actually flip this for a moment. All right, I should be ready to actually now draw. Hold on a second. All right, let's see how my skills actually even able to work with this. I'll admit that I'm already terrible with drawing, so I'll try to repeat with the fill, draw again, and now let's see. Ugh. Yeah, that's too long. Never mind. Oh. I surely don't have any skills for driving at this moment. I mean, even seeing the cursor like on the magnifier feels so awkward. Hey Gabriel, draw a bird on it. Let's see if I can do it now. I might as well speed up with this drawing so that I don't have to like struggle this much. Oh. Oops. Hold on. Ah, damn it, the button. Oof. Okay, now the bird. Oh, you mean the one for this one? So or I assume, at least assume that this one will be a good idea. Uh, well, I might as well do it in over here. Okay, let's see. So do the circle. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's see. Circle carefully. Okay, could be that circle. Filled up for a bit. This magnifier feels like it's kind of lagging for some time. I assume that it doesn't fit for the such high resolution. Hmm. Okay, the magnifier side makes me kind of dizzy still. Okay, I need to do the legs, so they are kind of orange. Maybe a bit more. Okay, that should fit. That's it, and I cannot actually do this underneath, so just a bit. And the beak. Oh, it's now black. That should be for the eyes. Oh. I'm still getting a bit. It's getting a bit tough to draw like this precisely. Maybe I also need to put wings. Well, that cannot actually fit in the like the same on the picture, so I'll just put it on the left side. Let's see if I can do some shading. I cannot say that this might work, or maybe I should have done this before drawing the other parts. Eh, can't say that I do not have skills. Be sure to save that afterwards. Oh, I just realized that I have options for more brushes like the larger ones. As I was always using the smallest. Well, what a fucking idiot I am. But we might as well save it as this right now. Save to your desktop. Save it as Game Boy. Save. And we should be able to have it. And there it is. Our own Game Boy. With JPEG quality. Now, I have to actually wonder, did they ever had like the possibility that they would provide like some sort of sweepstakes or any kind of like special option for making your own Game Boy case like this? Like if that's like done in the USA or something like that, it will be a like kind of cool idea. Oh, and there's also the option for the text, I think. So if, yeah, just to play text, but we'll keep it like this. Save it and probably send it to Twitter. Yeah, that might be as well as a good idea. Just remind me about that at the end of the stream, so that I don't actually forget about it. Right. If you have, unless you have anything else, I'll probably close this and the magnifier. It's making me still kind of dizzy. Yeah, but we forgot to check to open it from here. Let's see. Let me just check if we can actually do it. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not it. The downloads page, I think. Where was that? Oh, there. That was in here. So let me just open this on Netscape. Oh, apparently you can. Apparently Netscape does not have the Shockwave plugin, so I cannot actually run it from there. So that's not an option, unfortunately. Right, just give me a few moments to actually flip myself. Let's see if we can actually do something else. So there's also like Mario Party, Mario's Memory Menace, Mario's Back Attack, Concentration. I assume that these two are like those plain memory games. And Excite Bike 64. Is that like those trial, like those bike stunts games? I assume that's it. So let's see this one. Oh, is that even functional? Let's see. Spacebar accelerate, BK turbo, anarchies. Right, I think I'm not that skilled even in Excitebike. I never actually even played it. So might as well I expect a lot of failures. The Netscape does work as the browser itself, but the problem with that is the plugin. So basically, the plugin for Shockwave on Netscape is not available, at least as far as I've tried. The problem with that usually stands in that I could not find a copy of it that would actually work. Well, number 11 should be fine. And I actually never knew that they would actually offer like the actual NES game in not Java, not JavaScript, but in Shockwave. Hold on a sec. That is Shockwave, right? Let me check. Yes, let's see. Script. Where's the object? Object is, yeah, it's Shockwave. So they managed to make a port of Excitebike Shockwave game. So that they never actually played it, so I have no clue how do I even play it properly. Like I just used the arrow keys for navigation and maybe some acceleration, but nothing more. Just give me a moment again. I keep seeing like some messages like being spam and Yeah, I just keep seeing like some spam around that I have to kick out for a moment, but usually it should be okay. Okay, so we have concentration for Banjo-Kazooie. Also didn't play Banjo-Kazooie, though I should, but I didn't have like some time for now. While for Mario Party, I actually did play it on Dolphin, and but only solo, and it's usually a true train wreck, unless you do like save states. It may be cheating, but when the computer actually cheats the shit out of it, then screw it. It's actually worth using save states in that case. Well, this banjo game might time out, as I'm not getting any response at this moment. Well, I'm not actually getting response for anything at this point. Jacob, I'm not sure if I should actually like scale the whole display or not. Like I usually just keep it like in full HD to like make it like completely visible the whole display. Like not scaled in that case. I'm not sure if that's like a good idea or not. But got it. But I might actually consider doing that, as there's like some kind of problem. As I actually have like a problem with some other software for emulation. So I'm still using VMware, but if I actually try to use like PCM and or anything else, nothing else actually supports Windows 98 with full HD resolution or even widescreen. I might still have to check with PCM. There might be some solution for that still. But if you're actually if you're still not like how to say, if you have a problem like seeing this, I can set up Windows 98 to smaller resolutions so you can see probably a bit more better if you want. Even though then you'll probably have like some black edges or make it look more blurry. So I don't know if anyone has any problem with that. Let me know. Sorry. So yeah, this is most likely just the plain memory game. Yeah. I can't remember any of the names either, as I didn't play the game on its own. So I'm just trying to match the characters as much as I can. Ah, like I know Banjo, I know Kazooie. I don't remember about the mole, like this guy. And those two good, bad and good witches also. I cannot remember any names at all, and I didn't make a match for a while already. I think my memory is gone literally wrong. Not something that I would actually enjoy even playing. Usually such playing memory games or something like that, it's usually just provided on the web, like to make it look like more interactive or fun, but for me it's usually very boring. Like you keep hearing the same sound, same noise, And you actually never hear anything from Benji and Kazooie as a sound. So everything from here is basically just images of them, but no sound or any kind of solid interaction. Well, even though Reddit used to be good, Jacob, at this point it's usually a train wreck unless you're in some specific subreddits that are kind of still small. So the best solution for this, for actually enjoying the Reddit, is just to stick with very small communities. That's all. Okay, let's see if I just assume this is going to be just another plain memory game. Make no excuse of that. Is that even loading? It should be able to load. The Stardust did run, but okay, let me reload. Or apparently there's still like some additional files that are not loaded, so that's out of question. So this is failed to load, and this might be the same situation. Yeah, probably the same situation. So you probably would not be able to actually figure out what's in those. So what about e-cards? So let's see, for the Donkey Kong e-cards at least. There might be something. That felt when my parents used to be angry with me when used the free dial-up minutes on third day of the month. I'll agree with that in a minute, Adam. In my case, I also spent like at least 1 hour per day to spend dial-up internet access as a kid. So it took a while to actually even browse the web or actually to find stuff. Oh, apparently this is just the cards with an image, I think. Well, it's still kind of nice to actually see the actual image that we actually get. Let's see if we can actually open all of them. Unless that oh wait, that actually replaces the window. I keep forgetting about Majora's Mask. Like, this is the creepy thing. Let's see if we can put it as a wallpaper. This might require actually minimizing all this. Alright, this already looks more like one of those older Windows desktops. At least with just one image. Like usually many people have like some wallpapers that are just small JPEGs with such quality as this. Looks cool though. Maybe it could be enhanced, but this might be fun. I actually did play Majora's Mask, but I never actually even finished it. I think I managed to like get all, how to say, all 4 masks, and then I was stuck with the final stages, I think. Okay, Jacob, if you want, you can actually try to find the download for Mario browser. Go ahead if you want. Let's see. This is for Paper Mario, I think. Yeah. Pokemon. Oh, the gold and silver version. I did play both of those. No, I did play I think I need to play gold and crystal. And then it's for the Mario. Go to Nintendo.com. Banjo, Donkey Kong. Is it just me or this one actually has like very odd eyes? Or maybe it's just me. Oh, even this one. 3D looked very odd those days. Oh wait, those are here are also the Flash e-cards. Let's see about this one. As long as they actually work. I actually once built a little dial-up network myself to browse with 33.6 kilobytes per second. Yeah, kilobits or kilobytes, I'm not sure. Google was quite fast actually. Well, Adam, I would say that Google back then didn't have like lots of data to transfer. So basically, you had plain text overall. So that's not a problem to actually even browse. The only problem with the old web and even the present web is that when you actually reach to the point where where everyone actually has like fast internet connection, you assume that you can put like so much content that it takes at least up to 2 seconds to load. So if it actually like loads in like less than a second, then it's like not supposed to be. It's supposed to be like not enough. And then you have like the problem where some countries with slower internet connection can have to browse the web slower than usual, while some people who actually have like those like have optical or fiber have like can actually browse the web without any problems. And everyone assumes that everyone actually has an optical connection these days, and no wonder that we have like the problem with slow web. You're just supposed like to put some plain content, like just add few parts and then make sure that it actually loads fast enough. Not fast enough to the point where it just fits to your, how to say, target audience, but it should fit for everyone. But usually businesses don't care about that, they just care about the targets. And apparently this probably is not loading. So I have no idea what should I do with this. But this seems to be like from MarioParty.com, so let's see if we can actually open that. So what's going to actually open that, and it has like some game page. So I might as well check that. Oh, kilobit. Thanks, I know. So it is kilobit as most of the, how to say, mostly for measuring the speed for network transfer goes with bits and not bytes. It can be also treated as like a minor scam where they will like where you actually say like 1 gigabits per second, but then you can actually see that it's like 800 megabytes per second or something like that, or even just something kind of like that. Like people actually don't care about the actual speed, they just care about the number. Like 1 gigabit is better like than 500 megabytes per second or something like that. Something like that. Mario Party's website is a complete train wreck in this case. Apparently there's not much of that page being saved. Yeah, it's quite dead. I'll just refresh to see if that's true or not. Apparently it fails to load it a lot. So that's kind of out of question already. Let's see if we can actually open any kind of party card. Oh, this actually opens it like that. this is tough though. Like I was actually hoping that we would actually get some kind of e-cards, like the digital, like those flash cards, but apparently they do not load properly. So let me see if we can actually get some kind of downloads from Mario Party. Oh wait, apparently there's also train wreck in here. Let me check the log. What's the situation here? Uh, it's literally not possible to get it. Yeah, this is the dead end. We checked the downloads. Yeah, the web games we did check out those. The newsletter, top rentals, player's choice. Oh, there was also the news in Insider Systems. Well, the Mario kind of breaks. Oh, I think this one is the most confusing one. Let me just see if I can actually open. Not like this. Hold on a sec. Oh, Sonic. That's for Sonic. God damn it. Wrong timing. So Game Boy, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Color. There's also Nintendo 64, Game Boy, NES, Pokemon Pikachu 2. Didn't hear about that one. Apparently that's like an additional tool for how to say. I seem like close to Tamagotchi maybe. But or maybe more precisely like Pokeball Plus. Like the usual now these days you have like that Pokeball where you can actually put the Pokemon in and then carry around to actually get something. Like the same units as, well, not maybe not the same units, but kind of close to this, I think. And then you can transfer it to Pokemon Gold. Yes, okay, Jacob, is that Mario browser available on Nintendo's website or somewhere else? Let's. I'm still trying to get this image on, but that may require digging. So let's see. Wait a second. I think I can just go right here and then the image. Okay, got the image. I'm not sure if it's just me or that looks very awkward. Either way, well, after I actually managed to put something like this on the wallpaper, let's just replace it with. Wait. Can I actually just put it like that, or let's see. I need an active desktop and I have it disabled. But maybe there's a workaround for that. I just put it like in here and then apply setting as wallpaper. This can work. Or this one. Let's see which one is better. Eh, we'll keep it that. Mario being quite, how to say, flat. Flat Mario saying welcome to Nintendo.com just on the left side, and everything else just blank. To make it more fit, just to browse the web like this. Gives a bit of experience. Is there anything else that should check out on Nintendo.com, or we should go somewhere else? No, I'm not sure what else could I actually check out in here. I did check the systems. For Insider, I just assume that's like some sneak peeks for the future, or I don't know. Sorry. Oh, damn it. Is this still loading or it's kind of stuck? Well, only hope that something is not getting killed. Apparently I'm getting a timeout, so that's kind of trouble already. Okay, there's some response by now, so I should get something by at this point. Oh, this is just, oh, this is for the chat, bulletin boards and message center. One, but that's still not yet available. There's also a poll for seeing the Legend of Zelda, like how this would be told by comic book novelization, live action, and animated series. I actually don't even remember if any of those I actually realized. I just haven't seen any like official ones. There's some future galleries. Let's see. New Mewtwo. Why the hell it's that small pop-up? Yeah, it doesn't even open. But there's also fan gallery. So that might be something. Wait a second. Oh, that's just the Wayback Machine. Never mind. It is actually owned by Nintendo, but looks like it only works on new versions on Windows XP or Windows Vista. Well, damn, Jacob. So that's basically just. I just assume that's like just wrapped Internet Explorer, nothing more. I mean, there were many like Internet Explorer shells that were considered like the browsers, but they just use the same engine as Internet Explorer at this point. So let's see if we can actually see some fan gallery images. But I assume that's not even possible because the pop-up for image viewer will probably say it's not available. So even this is out of question. Oh, you have to even log in. So that's all locked out and we cannot actually see that. So what's actually the code bank in here? Oh, codes and cheats. Let's see if that's. Yeah, I'll assume that's not gonna even happen. because that actually requires like another request, right? Uh, so even in this case we cannot actually check the cheats because the request in here is not possible to pass through post with archive, so that's not possible. Or game list, maybe the same story. So anything that requires sending any some kind of like request that's anything but get, it won't be archived by Internet Archive in this case, and it's technically lost. So what about the copyright policy? Well, so I'll just train myself again. All content on this website, including articles, artwork, screenshots, graphics, logos, and Luigi's image on how to say tennis. What do you call that game? Mario tennis game, I think. Yeah, that's probably it. Did you actually have that for 64? I'm not sure. Okay, I was stuck. So graphics, logos, digital downloads and other files is the property of Nintendo of America Inc. Incorporated unless owned by a third party. It is protected by United States and international copyright, trademark and other intellectual property laws. Trademarks and copyrights for third party games and characters are owned by the companies that market or license those products. What does that mean? Usually just means that Nintendo is going to just take down every single piece of crap that you probably have made with the games that you have played with Nintendo's games, as in recording a gameplay of any sort of Nintendo game and putting it on YouTube just to make sure that the Nintendo takes it down. So all content on this website, including articles, artwork, screenshots, graphics, logos, digital downloads, and other files, may not be used on any other website, in any publications, in public performances, in connection with any product or service that is not Nintendo's, in any manner that is likely to cause confusion among customers, in any manner that disparages or discredits Nintendo, or in any manner that is otherwise exploitative for any commercial purpose, or that otherwise infringes in Nintendo's intellectual property rights. Can write in and request permission. Nintendo does not grant permission to individuals to use any content from this website. Because we receive thousands of such requests, our policy is to decline use of our trademarks and copyrights. Even though this is kind of a dick move, because few minutes before we had the fan gallery in here. So technically at this point, this means, well, maybe not doesn't directly mean, but many many websites kind of have like in terms of service they have like some kind of how to say some part where they say that anything that you upload on this on our website, we are actually giving us like the exclusive royalty free or yada 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 rights to use that content on our website. So technically this means that when you actually give them any kind of artwork technically like this, they also have the rights to use it the whatever the way they want. Even though you also have the right to do it, but in their case they also can do it they can do whatever they want in there with that, and you cannot actually control that unless you revoke. And I'm not sure if you can actually revoke. I think that's not even possible. When you actually granted them, it's that's it. So I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if there's any other legal part. So this is just the copyright policy. There is also the privacy policy in here, but there's no terms of service in here. Let's see. Oh Jesus, they have so many sites in here. Like, well, hold on a sec. So we have Ridge Racer 64, Rogue Nintendo, Sword Nintendo. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this racer kind of. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Bionic Commando, Camp Hyrule, Character Institute, Data 9, Diddy Kong Racing, DKR, Donkey Kong Country, .NET, Excitebike 64, Game Boy, Mario Party 3, Mario Party Com also, should be, Nintendo.com, PerfectDark.com, Pikachu.com, Pokemon.com, Pokemon Gold.com, Pokemon Puzzle Challenge.com, Pokemon Puzzle League.com, Pokemon Silver.com, Pokemon Snap.com, Pokemon Stadium.com, Smashbros.com, StarCraft64.com, StarFox64.com, YoshiStory.com, and Zelda.com. Let me just open Zelda.com. I have to actually wonder if anyone else had something else in here before Nintendo took the domain. Well, probably there was nothing. But yeah, that's Legend of Zelda. During the time where Majora's Mask was on, I think. But we'll go with United States, as we'll kind of still stick with that. Flash 4. Showing me. Oh, that's Oracles of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I did play those, but let's see if we can actually open this. Wait, that's just like this. Oh. Welcome my friend to Zelda's universe. Sorry, I cannot actually remember his name, and I cannot actually go with actual voice because I have no idea how do they actually speak like. Actually, what's his race? What's the name of that race? I forgot. I really actually forgot. I cannot remember. Like, I do remember like playing Majora's Mask, and I actually forgot their race. I just maybe know that the noise like oh no, it's not that. It's oh maybe it's like that, I think. So might as well just go oh. Maybe I'm not actually doing this properly because I need to remind myself how did that voice even actually usually go. Wait, this is already interactive enough. So this is like an interactive map that you actually navigate around with the mouse. This is like for the game modes or the games itself. Oh, register and log in. One sec. Can I actually even do anything or? Oh wait, that's. Oh my god, can I still go through or? Oh. Wait a second, let's see if I can refresh. I feel that's not a good idea. Well, I'm checking the response, and apparently there is like some kind of like illegal character that prevents the loading of the page. So I'll probably have to find a way to actually fix that also. Temple of Time. Yeah, everything is broken here. You know, the like all possible. Wait a second, wait. Oh, there is something. become a sage of Hyrule. To become an official sage, you must successfully complete all knowledge challenges. Each challenge is based on one of Link's most famous adventures, and each contains 25 difficult questions. If you are able to answer all questions correctly within the time limit, you will earn a spiritual medallion for that specific challenge. Each time you complete a new challenge, a new medallion will be displayed next to your name. You do not need to complete all 8 challenges at once, and if you fail, you may retake any challenge as many times as you'd like. You'll need to sign up at the Acolyte registry before taking the knowledge challenges so I can keep track of your progress to stage them. So wait a second. So completing these tasks is not easy, and for good reason. Great honor and respect comes with becoming a sage, and if the path were easy, then the destination will be meaningless. If your mind is not yet sharp enough to answer the difficult questions, do not give up. You will find almost of the answers contained within the Zelda universe. Let's see. I just assume that this is going to fail. Like, this is deep, going deep. Very deep to the point where background is missing. So let's see. In order to take up knowledge challenge, you must log in first. So that means there's no possible way to even check this out. So that's also out of question. Wonder is boundary. Wonder is boundaries. There's nothing to pass them. I heard the library has a large selection to choose from, makes those knowledge challenges a breeze. Town Square and Marketplace. This is supposed to be like the message board. On the Town Square. Like this, that's like the from Clock Town, I think. Well, no, it's not. Like this guy is from Clock Town, I think. From the Bombers group. The gang, my mistake. So let's see. Sweepstakes, Stockpot in. Temporarily offline. Sweepstakes. The ultimate Zelda prize package. That seems to... Hold on a sec. Pile of prizes big enough to make a deck scrubber start to draw. One Hylian hero will win this totally rare prize package, and 10 runners-up will each receive the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask baseball hats. To enter, visit Nintendo.com. Let's see. They might have a picture of the prize a bit bigger, maybe. Well, Nintendo is kinda evil with the prices and legal stuff, and I don't know. I'm not actually able to experience Nintendo that well because everything is so expensive that I have no reason to do it. And that's found. Not found. Let's see what else we have. Newsstand. And that's dead. Well, Hypnospace is can be close to this. Actually, you might be right. I'll actually have to ask Jay Tolan about this page specifically, like this Zelda universe. This is close to the freelance at this point. Like you can move around, enter the places like just like this. So I think that's something that he will be kind of interested about. I'll let him know about this. It should be interesting. So let's see. So this is supposed to be a new sense. So let's see. Ancient scrolls. Oh, this for the interview about Majora's Mask. Right. I'll spend a bit of minutes to to actually, how to say, narrate this. So keep your minds or heads up, or whichever way. Well, I yeah, I'll just start. Okay, so before a pre-show demonstration of the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask at Electronic Entertainment Expo 2000, right, E3 2K, Nintendo Power Magazine was lucky enough to snag an exclusive interview with Zelda creator Shigeru Miyamoto. Well, also the magazine staff was able to speak with Eiji Noma, the director of Majora's Mask, and Takashi Tazuka, the supervisor of the game. So let's see. Considering that it took over 2 years to develop Ocarina of Time, it seems like it's taken no time at all to produce Majora's Mask. How were you able to develop this game so quickly? Well, since the Majora's Mask uses the same game engine as Ocarina, this eliminated a lot of development time. Actually, fewer people were assigned to the Majora's Mask project than Ocarina of Time. The key project people from Ocarina were assigned to work on Majora's Mask. I assume that's the case because the Ocarina's Time was kind of still one of those first games that was kind of released for Nintendo 64. I mean, not the first, but in early releases, I think. Or maybe I'm still completely wrong, but it's one of the first games for Zelda for N64 at least, and Majora's Mask is the second one. So basically, in that case, the second game that uses the same engine as the first one can still kind of continue the same way with few modifications. So the equivalent of this, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask is like Borderlands, Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel. So that's probably the closest thing. No, the Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel. That's maybe the closest similarity between those two games, or actually the similarity for game engine. That should be the closest in that case. In addition, 5 new developers straight out of college were hired to work on this new Zelda adventure. I think there might. I'm not sure if there are some kind of issues or glitches with the game itself, but I think it was still kind of stable enough to play. Yeah, I think there's no problem with that. Usually So what's your opinion on Nintendo Switch Online? Well, I would say it's still kind of expensive, I assume. I do not have any advantages of using it, as I do not own any Nintendo Switch. Then there's the problem with, well, there is a problem with online only system. So basically, the Nintendo Switch Online as a feature, paid service, is kind of close, kind of the same as Xbox Live Gold and PlayStation Plus. So well, maybe Plus has updated, but it still kind of has the same thing, but as far as I heard, it's still not a good option. It's probably still too expensive, and I think that even Nintendo Switch Online as an option does not offer you any kind of extra discounts. So basically, you're still paying everything for full price. And as far as I've seen, like for Super Mario Maker, and I'm not sure which one. I think it's also for Super Smash Bros. Uh, Ultimate. I think both of those games online had lots of server issues, but that's probably just usually the main problem was on the launch. Not sure what's going after that. After that, I think it might have gone better because it's probably not overloaded as initially. There's a voice chat for voice chat app for for Switch online, and it's hell. Well, I did try, like I do have like PlayStation 4, and I did have a PlayStation Plus like long time ago, and I did try like running try doing like some kind of play gameplay online with few friends. Well, I cannot say that the voice chat was kind of okay. It it was possible to hear and listen, but the quality was kind of still not that good as you would actually expect from a microphone on a PC, maybe. Okay, but let me continue with this. I'll just do the one interview, maybe. To actually have to, I still have to train myself with speak. Yeah, sorry about NSO. I did figure out that it was Nintendo Switch Online, but there's also, if you actually want to know, there's also like NSO group, which is, I think it's like Israeli, I would say. Actually, let me look up. I really can't remember. Okay, so NS Group is like cyber intelligence firm. So basically, one of those companies that developed spyware Pegasus. You can look up that online. So you can also see that using acronyms will kind of cause lots of confusion in this case. So just look up for NSO Group on Google, and you'll probably see about that Israeli cyber intelligence company. Okay, I'll try to continue with this. I'm just speaking this because I need to experiment about the speech in this case. So I was stuck with the situation with developers getting hired from the college, which is still a good thing because getting like a job from college like that is usually great. Not a lot of people get a job like that, and especially from Nintendo. I'm just not sure about the work experience. So tell us a bit about the parallel universe found in Majora's Mask. In this game, we wanted to give more insight into some of the minor characters found in Ocarina of Time. We are able to give gamers a better look at old characters and develop new characters at the same time. This question is for Mr. Miyamoto. Since you've given the director's role to Mr. Onoma, do you find it hard to be away from the development process? Well, I've been making games this way for years. It's really just a matter of to what extent I am involved in the day-to-day development. In this case, I worked with Mr. Noma to establish the basic principles of the game, and then I left it to him to execute them. In a sense, we built a table together, and I've given him the freedom to put his own ideas on that table. As long as the table is still there when the game is finished, I'm happy. So assume that this goes in a way where they he puts all like a base like the table, and then the and then Anuma is supposed to to set up like some kind of layout on the table and make sure that it looks still good, but that the table still can exist. So basically the base needs to still exist in here, needs to fit, but everything else you can still add up. I think that's like those small minikins that can be added, or like those various environment like various interactivity around the open world. I just assume when you actually try to check the Majora's Mask from some perspective, I would say it's kind of open world, like at least the outside of the town and maybe inside of the town. So that's kind of very open, at least from my perspective. At least it is. So I can assume that this is kind of still reasonable. Let's talk about Skull Kid. Why the heck has he decided to cause all the trouble? Actually, Majora's Mask is in the control of Skull Kid. it's really not his fault. That there's also the cut scene where that's also mentioned. This game seems to be more dark and scary than previous Zelda games. Is that intentional? Our primary goal is to present something which is very mysterious rather than scary. I think they blow this very hard. Well, maybe not directly, but we since we all remember the creepypasta that actually made this game quite popular. I think the game itself became scary just because of the creepypasta and not because of the actual game itself. There are also some few secret things that were probably unused and that might also kick in as more creepy. Like I did remember like seeing the option for blue fire in the game, which was only accessible through cheats, but never managed to figure it out what it does. Maybe I think it was possible to make it sold, but I also think it actually managed to crash the game, or it was not possible to use. Not sure, or I actually forgot. It's been a while since I've played the game. Is there anything you weren't able to accomplish in Ocarina of Time which you have included in Majora's Mask? Yes, in fact, that is why we decided to base the game on 3-day intervals. This allows the gamers to see characters as they go through their daily routines in more detail. Depending on which time of the day you visit a particular character, he or she will be doing different things. To conquer the game, players must learn about the characters and discover new masks. Uh, this is probably the best part of the game where you can actually explore around and do the timings. Uh, in here, you usually have like the Bomber's Notebook, which is maybe the best, one of the better tools to actually to use to actually write down and monitor all possible interactions for the future, at least. So I would say that's kind of the great option. You can actually see how everything keeps going at specific time. Because if you actually know about the postman guy in the clock town, and you try to slow down the time, he'll just run slower. So basically, he's kind of bound to time in that case. I will say that's still kind of great experience. Hold on. Let me just go with this for a bit. Maybe scale? No, that's not possible. Okay. Do you plan to create other sequels like Majora's Mask with Nintendo's other star characters like Mario or Star Fox? I'm a little concerned about that sorry, got stuck for a bit. I'm a little concerned that the company might ask us to do that to increase the bottom line, as in like do the multiverse that at this point, like for the Marvel and DC, kind of caused like the complete train wreck. And then if also include the Disney and everything else, yeah, it's just a complete mess of the universe. So at least they try to avoid that. So we thought that Ocarina of Time was a great game, which it is, true, but we truly believed that we could do more amazing things with the game engine. In Star Fox 64, for example, I believe that we accomplished all that we could in that game. Because of that, we will not consider creating a sequel until the release of Project Dolphin. Oh, so the Project Dolphin in this case, I assume, is Nintendo Wii. So and I think that's where the sequel actually kicks in at this point. But just a note, they did actually, how to say, I think they did have like, well, at least I remember seeing like Maurice Hattie on the Masked Salesman, but that's not the point. Okay, so we'll be able to use a lot of what we've learned in creating Majora's Mask while working on Dolphin projects. Who knows, on Dolphin we might make it a requirement to make it at least one sequel. Make it at least one sequel. Yeah. Hold on a sec. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on a sec. I might be actually wrong. Uh, just a note. So the timestamp for this is 2001, 2001, and Nintendo 64. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Nintendo 64 was released in 1996. The lifespan was from 1996 to 2002. So, and the project, let's see, it was named as Project Reality. That's for Nintendo 64. GameCube, the GameCube was actual Dolphin, not the Wii. So that's my mistake. So, just to correct myself. So this is during the time where GameCube was still not released. So the Dolphin is still in this case the GameCube, not the Wii. So that's my mistake. That implies that this is 2001, and the GameCube was released in Japan around September 14th of September 2001 or November 18th of 2001 in North America. So around 2001 and 2002 the GameCube was released in that case. And for Wii, let's see, and Wii was basically the code name of RVL or Revolution. So yeah, so that's like 4 years later. So it's not Wii. So just cross whatever you've heard about me saying that Dolphin is Wii, because it's not. That's still my mistake. I only was thinking that it was because of the Dolphin emulator, because as it's able to emulate GameCube and Wii, but I think it was primarily GameCube in that case. So that's my major mistake. And finally, let's see. So how do you feel about Nintendo's lineup at E3 2K, particularly Rare's great offerings? We are very thankful that Rare is creating such great games. Rare has done a lot for the gaming industry. All of Rare's games are 3D, but they all have very different gameplay. They're encouraging us to create a different genre of games that departs from 3D adventure gaming. Rare is generating a lot of buzz with Conquest Bad Fur Day. Do you plan on developing any games which are designed for a mature audience? We might make some games like that, but they will be different than Conquer. Perhaps if we get a new game director with slightly different tastes, it could happen. Well, I don't remember hearing any kind of mature games than Conquer's Bad for Day. I did hear about it, did not play. So that's also one of the things that you should take caution. Thank you very much, and congratulations on creating Majora's Mask. Have a great show, thank you, and close. Now going with a few more interviews will be quite a train wreck. So let's see if we can say something else. So this is for the timeline. Related sites. Apparently that's gonna kill me, or... Stupid idea, but can you try to read the rest in Toad's voice? Oh, sorry. No, I cannot do the Toad's voice because I'm terrible at that still. Maybe in some later future, but at this point I'm unable to do it. Just take note that I'm still kinda, how to say, trying to recover from being sick for these last few days. Maybe I'll do it at some point, but maybe not now. I do not think I'm able to do it. Okay, so we were on back alley, newsstand. Let's see, stockpot in. No, that's offline. Firewall message board. That's probably, well, hold on a sec. It might be loading still. It need to take a while. And now timeout. And store. Okay, now I'm getting timeouts, so that's not going to work. Let's see what this. Yeah, I think I'm getting lots of timeouts at this point. Okay, I think we got a response by now. Let's see again. On the end store. Okay, it's going to load. It's very strange that I cannot actually scale the window of this, even though there's an option for that. This is probably like Internet Explorer restriction, or how do you actually do that? If this Mac, PPC, size, pop up. So the new window. Apparently you can actually, yeah, you can actually trigger the pop up to actually show or hide some features. Okay, that's for the game. Shopping online. Message board maybe. You want to try using the old nets proxy? Do I really have to? Like I usually just try to use like mine option because I still probably have to work on it. And well, I usually just want to go with my way, but if you actually insist, I may consider actually switching to the old nets, but I also have to figure out that to make sure that it works. Usually the main problem with those other services is the setup. If they actually like ask me to add like a bunch of requirements and install all lots of junk, then I'll probably refuse. So I'll probably have to see about that. Yeah, let's see if we can actually find something else. That's very so that's kind of the end of the line, I think. And that's the market. Oh, we can still go to the water, and other cannons has like still the image for swimming. Oh wait, this is a library. Hall of History, Hall of Time, and Hall of Knowledge. Now we only have to see if it's going to load. Once again, crash. So this is... oh, this is just lots of history. I assume the same thing over here. History, time, and knowledge. Yeah, there's just lots of text to actually to figure out. Once again, yeah, there's just lots of how to say lore and details in this case. We were in the Royal Academy. Is there anything else that I should actually... I've currently got various blocks, but soon I'll be adding my thoughts to the interactive story. Looks very awkward. Like with very lime color. Double time, oh yeah, that's for the challenge. The Royal Academy. Oh, that's for the walkthrough. Let's see. Hold on a sec. If so, is this possible to actually make possible to actually browse the whole game? Oh, so this is basically the whole walkthrough for the game. I usually remember seeing those walkthroughs from those for how to say from those cheat books, but I actually didn't expect that being from their actual website. So that's also something useful to consider. So that's walkthroughs. Frequently asked questions. Maybe something is there. Let's see. Again. So it should be Majora's Mask. I'm just going with that one because that's the only one that I've tried. Okay, so what's the deal with the 3-day time limit? So only 72 hours until the moon crashes. Saving the game. I was also confused with saving the game until I realized that this is actually have to go to one of those, how to say, to going to those all statues. But usually just going with some of the time was kind of okay, but usually when you end up with losing the state, it's kind of a train wreck. So what do you keep and what do you lose? So masks are saved, that's okay. Button items, bottles, hero's bow, okay. Dungeon maps, compasses, Tingle's maps, card pieces, Corina melodies, except for Scarecrow song. That's the one that actually gets reset every time. Boss remains, rupees. If you deposit them in the bank, great fairy powers, activated warps, and Bobber's book notes. Boss keys are gone, small keys are gone. Hold on a sec, Yeah, that assumes that when you actually reset, you basically have to replay the whole. You can replay the whole dungeon, or warp to the boss if you have managed to beat him already. Ammo and supplies. 3 fairies, yeah. Rupees if they're not deposited. Dungeon progress and character status. Yeah, that all applies in that case. So you need to find all the masks to stop the moon. Apparently it's not needed. You need to hold on a sec. Complete all the side quests, so you need to find all 24 masks. It comes with a Wikipedia proxy out of the box, so you can view current Wikipedia pages on old computers. Well, I could also like maybe put, well, maybe make a like a proxy for Wikipedia, but yeah, I'll see an option for that if it's going to be needed or not. But for now, maybe I'll pass, but I'll think about it. Just remind me maybe at some point if you think that I should do it or not. Okay, so how to find the moon steer? That was truly difficult to even figure out until you actually go to the observatory at least. Reach the upper door in the clock tower. I also had a problem with that. I had to go with a deck of flower and then go and mostly wait for the that cutscene with the deck scrub. That takes takes the whole minute. What is Tingle supposed to be? Quite simply, we just don't know. Not sure how to say about that. I think Tingle is still kinda an elf. Wait, no. He might be still an elf or actually still but more percent he might be still human, but yeah, I guess that kind of explains what he's supposed to be. We have no fucking idea. You those close to me in. Oh, I think that's. Is that the one, that hand that comes from the toilet, I think. A specific time. Why can't I give this item to someone? You must first speak to the person and can use a C button. What if I forget my secret code? And that's the best part. If you have the Bomber's Notebook, highlight the Bomber's Society entry with a control stick and then highlight any one of those entries, block bars with an exclamation point, and then read the code. What do you do when the vulture steals something? Oh, you get mugged, you can simply save and reset the game, or you can purchase back the stolen item at the curiosity shop. Save and reset the game. or get that. I actually managed to load the shield once, I think. So I had to like buy it again. Or I think I should try to reset the game at that point. Alright, I think we managed to explore most of this place. So we're done with this and this. Okay, well, let's see Pikachu.com at least. That might be the last thing for today. And after that, I'll probably have to take another rest, wreck myself up, and try to have some, how to say, even more rest than I need. I really need to fix this thing. So for next week I probably have to do some streaming for the development. But I'll probably have to do it silently, because whenever I try to stream and develop something, by speaking a lot I just lose focus. So I'll probably have to just stay silent, but then what the hell I'm supposed to do? Yeah, we are done exploring the freelance, because we only have like 4 or 5 places in there, and well, most of the things in there were just like lots of text, so couldn't do that much. And I'm getting again in the timeout. Wanna look at something not Nintendo related? Well, I can do like I can go back to that how to say, situation with the health, like the thing that I had initially with health issues. So I'll go try to check that out. Oh yeah, you need a flash and all that. Yeah, just go in, please, and don't wreck anything. I remember seeing somewhere an option to play some, at least maybe 2 games, or related to Pikachu on Nintendo's website. I'm not sure where, but I actually remember seeing something. I'm keeping this page on to see if it's going to be loaded, maybe at some point. Why do I have a feeling that this is not going to load at all? Let's see. Yeah, that's not loading at all. God damn it. Let's see, for FAQ at least. Oh, That's maybe just for the game. Yada yada yada. Yeah. Is there nothing else in here? Just that. Apparently that's all on Pikachu's page. See, let me just see for Pokemon Gold. Like I remember seeing just like one game where the Pikachu, where you actually guide the Pikachu to make like some kind of soup with some ingredients, and then you just choose like yes or no, and then Pikachu puts it in and then tries to taste it. And I actually cannot remember where the hell is that game anymore. I remember seeing it. It's somewhere. And once again, this is Ned. And let's see. I was in respiratory conditions. This is enhanced and gold and silver is enhanced type with one part not being visible, and the standard one with just the facts, man. As it says, just the facts, man. Learn about all the new features. Oh yeah, that's one more like it. And this could be even a good how to say, wallpaper. Let me see. How will this look like? Well, that's not how it should fit. So we can tile it up. And that's it. Actually, this looks pretty cool. Okay, so let me just see if on this side. Is there something maybe more kind of specific? I'll just look something from this side to see if there's something maybe that's not a train wreck. Just to listen. So let's see. My chain for life on tripod. Not available. Oh yeah, the Pokemon Silver and Gold. And maybe even Crystal at some point. Let's see if there's even the world map. But I can also check the enhanced version maybe. Always tell me that this is not... That's the whole map. And so basically there's nothing special on the standard page. Let's see if there's something more enhanced. Oof. That fills the whole screen already. Jesus. You need to take the whole screen for this. Even then, feels like it's not going to load. Yeah, it's not able to load anything at this point. So that's out of question. But still, just for that Pikachu website, I really have to find that goddamn game. I know it is somewhere. But yeah, we are done with Nintendo for now, and let's see if we can find something else. For cough. Let's see for cough at least. Resources on coughing for anything. Coughs cold information treatment for coughs.com. Wait, this is a pop-up leading to, I don't know, which are probably just wrong. Oh yeah, for everything network. So one of those, how to say, mass content websites probably. So shopping, medications, pharmacies, information advice, organizations, information advice. Let's see where that goes. Medications and pharmacies, maybe. Let's just style this up. Alka-Seltzer plus and cold cough. Drug base, drug. Just drugs in here. Yeah, there's not much of in here to actually find something useful. Well, not in at least in these 3 minutes. Is there anything more maybe interesting than that? Just a union. See for the sleep. SleepNet, sleep well. Brain information service. All sleeps all the time. Sleep medicine, good sleep, neuronic. Let's see SleepNet. But already close to hypnospace, more or less. Oh, and this is already dead, so let's go back to this. So sleepnet.com. Everything you wanted to know about sleep, but you were too tired to ask. Trademark. Since 1995. Tips for healthy sleep. Click. Ah, gee. I have a sickness that I'm trying to fight right now. So what do you actually have, Jacob, in that case? I'm not sure. No, I'm just don't know. I did switch from the... What actually did I switch from? I think it was like from sleep. Oh, gee, what did I actually switch to? Yeah, sleep conditions, or yeah. Sorry, I don't know what sickness they have, so I'm not sure how should I even help. I'm not a doctor either way. So you should wake up refreshed in the morning without the use of an alarm clock and feel energetic all day. If not, you may find some good tips below. So yeah, initially I did try initially when I had to go to work, I had like 5 alarms, each one separated by half an hour, and I managed to skip all of those, like oversleep them completely. So in the end, I decided to like completely dump all alarms, and I still managed to like wake up at least enough of time to actually go to work. But these days, as I have like flexible work time, I'm able to wake up even a bit late, but I actually still keep working until I'm done at the end. Like I can still work a few more minutes or hours, besides the usual time range, and still finish up today's work. So that's a usually good thing overall, and with getting a flexible job, like flexible schedule. That's usually quite great, and working remotely. So keep regular hours. Try to go to the bed at the same time and get up at the same time. And I usually screw that up these days with that. So these days I'm going to bed at like 3 or 4 a.m. and wake up at like 12 p.m., which is terrifying. So I was so the thing is, I was still kind of sick, and I actually could not even wake up properly these days. And here it was still kind of freezing in my room, so I couldn't even get out of the bed because of that. Stay away from stimulants like caffeine. This will help you get a deep sleep, which is most refreshing. If you take any caffeine, take it in the morning. Avoid all stimulants in the evening, including chocolate, caffeinated sodas, and caffeinated teas. Well, as well, at previous work, I usually just drank lots of energy drink, like 1 bottle maybe every day. Those small bottles, not the large ones, though. Use the bed just for sleeping. Avoid watching TV, using laptop computers, or reading in bed. Bright light from these activities that subject may inhibit sleep. If it helps to read before sleep, you make sure you use a very small wattage bulb to read. A 15-watt bulb should be enough. But at this point, you have tablets and phones, so that should be still kind of sufficient enough to actually maybe read something. But the problem here is that if it's too bright, that's the problem. So you'll probably have to like put the lights on the minimum to actually read something, and then it might be difficult even to read. Avoid bright light around the house before the bed. Using dimmer switches in living rooms and bathrooms before bed can be helpful. Dimmer switches can be set to maximum brightness for morning routines. As a kid, I usually kind of was scared of the darkness, and I usually had like the lights on at some point, but later I've stopped doing that, and by now I usually keep it only on if I actually have to go somewhere. Like I was sick these days, and so I had to keep it on in case I had to go to bathroom or something like that. Don't stress if you feel you're not getting enough sleep. It will just make matters worse. You know you will sleep eventually. So this is basically the stress depression loop. The how to say the circle of stress and depression. When you're actually depressed, you get like some stress. When you get some stress, you get depressed. So that is kind of like a whole vicious cycle in that case. Avoid exercise near bedtime. Well, apparently that's what I'm maybe doing wrong, because I was doing some exercise before sleep because I was hoping that I would actually get some rest, like recovery in that case. Don't go to bed hungry, have a light snack, avoid a heavy meal before bed. With that, I will just give a note that you should avoid eating eggs. So just do not eat eggs for for how to say, for the evening snack, because that's going to cause a lot of, how to say, trouble. It's pretty heavy for a meal. Bedtime routines are helpful for good sleep. Yeah, that's fair enough. Avoid looking at the clock if you wake up in the middle of the night. It can cause an anxiety. That's what I was usually kind of doing like when I was on the phone, then checking the time, like it's like 4 a.m. or then it's 5 a.m. And then when you go to sleep, you wake up, it's like 8 a.m. And then you go back to sleep again because you feel tired, and then it's suddenly 6 p.m. Very insane. Avoid no, that's what I already said. If you cannot get to sleep for over 30 minutes, get out of bed and do something boring in dim light till you are sleepy. So that means that you should use your phone and browse Reddit. God damn it! Keep your bedroom at comfortable. Sorry. Keep your bedroom at comfortable temperature. I do have like the furnace in here, like the for wood, and it's usually kind of hard to heat the whole room in this case. Right now it's like 20 degrees, and I'm also like in a jacket and all that, so I kind of feel like still warm, but it's it's difficult to me to even sleep or either way. If it's like very cold in the room, it's very very difficult to sleep unless I'm covered with like three or two or three bed sheets more or less. Like that, it's going to actually keep me warm, but it's also going to cause a lots of sweat, and then you also feel cold at that point. So it's very vicious cycle again. So even if you feel warm, then you'll sweat, then you'll get the breeze, and then you'll feel cold again. It's very tough. And then you also have to include the pajamas. So that's also the problem. If you have problems with the noise in your environment, you can use a white noise generator. A fan will work. I usually do not have problems with the noise, so I usually keep like playing on YouTube something on a computer, and then I just watch it from the bed, and then I set up the computer to shut down it in like half an hour, and then I slowly go to sleep at that point. So that usually kind of saves most of the trouble. Know that the nightcap has a price. Alcohol may help you to get sleep, but it will cause you to wake up throughout the night. You may not notice it. It's worse if you have sleep apnea because the alcohol makes the apnea worse. Sometimes some people snore only if they had some alcohol, or may snore worse if they already have snore. So that kind of I'm not sure if I have sleep apnea. I have no confirmation of that, but I heard that I would say nasal deviation, like the nose has like one side kind of crooked or deviated in some way, and that's also causing the snore. And I think that I have that, so I'll probably have to figure out how to fix that in my case. Said Jacob about the shutdown timer. So I basically just launch a command on Windows or Linux to shut down after a specific time. That's all. Just like 30 minutes, shut down, and that's it. So if you have a sleeping partner, ask them if they notice any snoring, leg movements, or pauses in breathing. Take this information and try the sleep test. If you may have a sleep disorder, or you may just need to experience your awareness about your own sleep need. If you have any concerns, see your doctor. So I'll probably have to check that after some point. Best wishes and sweet dreams, Sandman. Oof, I might be already over the time, but let's see if we can get at least a sleep test. As long as it's actually functional. Oh no. I fear that this is not going to work. Hold on a sec. You do not show major symptoms? And why did it actually not redirect? So let's see. If I try to just check all of this, is that going to do anything, or... Alright. Calculate again. Oh, so that's actually interactive. Like, okay, let's repeat. So let's see. So any statement that's true for you. I've been told that it's not. Yeah? I've been told that I hold my breath while I sleep. Maybe. I have high blood pressure. No. My friends and family say that I'm often grumpy and irritable. No. I wish I had more energy. Kinda. I sweat excessively during the night. I have noticed that my heart pounding or beating irregularly during the night. No. I had morning headaches. I'm not sure. Maybe. I suddenly wake up gasping for breath. I have no idea I'm doing that, but no, that's not true. I'm overweight. No. I seem to be losing my sex drive. No, that should not be true. I often feel sleepy and struggle to remain alert. Had some moments of that. I frequently awake with a dry mouth. I have difficulty falling to sleep. Thoughts race through my mind and prevent me from sleeping. There is that meme where you have like where you go to bed and then the brain just thinks of something and you say no, it doesn't have to matter now, and then it says like something so important that you have to wake up. So that's what now that managed to remind me at this point. I anticipate a problem with sleep several times a week. Maybe. I wake up and cannot go back to sleep. Had the situations like that. I worry about things and have trouble relaxing. Stress kicked me in with a previous job a lot. I wake up earlier than in the morning than I would like to. I had some situations like that, but that's not kind of the goal. I lie awake for half an hour or more before I fall asleep. I often feel sad and depressed. Oh gee, that's already half of it. I have trouble concentrating at work or school. I did have trouble before. When I'm angry or surprised, I feel like my muscles are going limp. I do not think I had that. I have fallen asleep while driving? No. I have to feel like I'm in a daze. I do not think so. I have experienced dreamlike scenes upon falling asleep or awakening. No. I have fallen asleep in social settings such as movies or at a party. No. I have trouble at work because of sleepiness. No trouble. Like when I actually mentioned like that I have trouble concentrating. That occurs sometimes, not often. So it's not a major problem still. So I'm still able to take a break and all. There's no problem after that. I have gym soon after sleeping or during naps. Yeah, I had like 3 or 4 dreams at some point in one day, like in the morning. Like wake up, go to sleep, dream, then wake up, sleep, dream, and again. It keeps going. Whew. I have sleep attacks during the day, no matter how hard I try to stay awake. Uh, yeah, I maybe had some. I have had episodes of feeling paralyzed during my sleep. No, that's not true. I wake up at night with an acid sour taste in my mouth. No. I wake up with at night coughing or wheezing. Uh, okay, I was sick these days, so that can apply, but usually it's no. I have frequent sore throats. Uh, okay, that's not this is not frequent, so I'm okay. During the night, I suddenly wake up feeling like I'm choking. I think I had situations like that. Other than the exercising, I experience muscle tension in my legs. No, I have noticed that parts of my body jerk during sleep. No, it's not like jerking off, but I think that's not it. I have been told that I kick at night. I'm still single, so that's not possible to check. When trying to go to sleep, I experience an aching or crawling sensation in my legs. I actually had that before, I think. I experienced leg pain or cramps at night. I had some situations like that before, but not now. Sometimes I can't keep my legs still at night. So I just have to move them to feel comfortable. Yeah, I have to like move around still. Even though I sleep during the night, I feel sleepy during the day. Yeah, that might as well apply. So let's see, how much of the trouble is this? Okay, so showing the symptoms of sleep apnea, which is like already known, or potentially serious sleep disorder. People with sleep apnea quit breathing repeatedly, often hundreds of times during their night's sleep. Insomnia, which is defined as persistent inability to fall asleep, and narcolepsy, lifelong characterized by uncontrollable sleep attacks during normal waking hours. Oh. During normal waking hours. Then periodic limb movement disorder, a disorder resulting in uncontrollable leg or arm movements during sleep. That's because of probably that option that I've checked. Oh gee, look at this. So these are all the parameters that are kind of trying to show. دي checkbox on. Let me see just how this goes. So let me just see how this actually went. No, that other page. This page breaks just because of the parameters, because that's not something that Wayback Machine did not log. So this is still okay. Like, let's see. So I assume that when you try to like submit it, it will actually try to reload the page with given results, but let me just check in here. So if it's in the Explorer or Netscape. Okay, so this is the score for no, let's say something, apnea, insomnia, narcosis, something, and that beyond this something. And then it sums the elements. Sorry. Okay, so sleep apnea, insomnia, narcolepsy, gastroesophageal reflux, and periodic limb movement disorder. Hold on a second, there's, yeah, that's all. Oh wait, and this is one without disorders. Yeah, no, this is without disorders. And then from here it will generate a page and open a pop-up. So yeah, that's quite clean JavaScript, and maybe the solid way to actually demonstrate how JavaScript should work. So that's solid. And we'll see the sleep mode maybe for a bit. And I think we're done for today. My nose is kind of full already. Sorry. So I'll probably have to go to bed. Well, this is still not loading. Hold on. Yeah, it's timed out, so yeah, I think we are done for today. So at this point, I'll just launch the screensaver and give the final notes. Come on. Alright then. So we did try to like browse the web for some kind of disorders, health disorders. Then we switched to Nintendo's web. then we switched to the Nintendo's website with checking out a few of their games, kinda. And then switched back to sleep disorders. So that's all for today. Next week, next week I'll try to see if I'll stream for the development, maybe modding, I don't know. I'll have to see when I'll try to make a stream, maybe on Friday or Saturday. I should try going with that, as I'll have to like keep myself a bit more free, to have some free time at least. Like I cannot actually stream like the whole day, because even right now I'm feeling kind of tired, and we note that I also have a job that's also paying me off. So as I'm not actually getting any kind of money from YouTube or Twitch, I'm kind of kind of in a state there where I actually just have where I will not have enough time to do a lot of things that unlike other creators. So I think that's enough for now. Oh yeah, Jacob. So the reminder was for that. Oh, I have actually never seen something like this with this screensaver. This is the first time. I've checked out this screensaver for a while, and I know that it was possible to interact with it with the case and all that, but I've never seen the one that goes like the complete supernova. Like this feels like some kind of a like secret option or something. I don't know, but it's very strange. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, the reminder. So I have to put the the Mario browser and that Game Boy, I would say, with the star and the bird. So I'll also pick picture. So I'll post that on Twitter and even on YouTube and wherever else. I also need to save it. Huh. Okay then. So in the meantime, enjoy the fireworks for a few more minutes. That's it for today. Thanks again and bye.